Hey everyone, it's Jagger Collector here, and Merry Christmas to all who are celebrating. I hope you all had an absolutely fantastic Christmas. I sure did, and in honor of the holiday season and Christmas, I'm coming to you with a very, very big video. I'm coming to you with a review, ranking, build, and unboxing for the LEGO City Advent Calendar, the LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar, and the Guardians of the Galaxy Advent Calendar, and the Harry Potter Advent Calendar. So all 4 Advent Calendars for 2022, except the Friends one. Friends is great, it's just not for me. And I did get these in a lot for $120 Canadian from a local classified, which is around half off retail, which is just absolutely amazing. Now, before we get into this video, I'm going to kind of explain how I'm going to go about doing this. So what we're going to do is we are going to go day by day. We're going to start with 1. We're going to go all the way to 24. And in each of them, we are going to pull out the bag. We're going to build it. We're going to look at it. We're going to look at all of them for each of that day. And we will give 4 points to the best, 1 point to the worst, and 2 and 3 to the ones in between. We will add those up, and in the end, I will let you know which is my personal favorite Advent Calendar for 2022. So without further ado, let's start off with day 1 for, what are we going to start off? I think we should start off with the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special Advent Calendar. I think that one is probably going to be my favorite. So let's get into this Advent Calendar. Okay, so all 4 Advent Calendars together, there is a total of 96 individual gifts, which is absolutely insane. So I'm definitely going to be going through these very, very quickly, and I might decide to do 2 parts with this. I'm undecided right now, but we will see. Now, I'm going to start off with day 1 here for the Guardians Advent Calendar. Okay, and we got Star-Lord. Okay, that is a really, really good way to start this video off. Okay, so for the first day in the Guardians of the Galaxy Advent Calendar, we got the Star-Lord minifigure. Now, this is essentially the same exact figure that was included in the Infinity Saga Guardians ship that came out in 2021, but he does have a new hairpiece, or a different one from that set, as well as this build for his rocket boots, which is the first time we are getting anything like that in LEGO, and they look interesting. I don't know if I could say they look great, but it is definitely an inclusion that I am happy to see here. But overall, this is a very, very great way to start day number 1 on the Advent calendars. Okay, so next up we have City. So let's find day number 1. Okay, let's see what we get. Probably a minifigure. Oh, no, we got a build for what it looks like a helicopter. So for day number 1 in the City Advent Calendar, it looks like we got a build for a police helicopter. Now, this is definitely very basic, as most Advent Calendar builds usually are, but I just don't know if this is a great way to start off the City Advent Calendar. It's all right, it's cool, but nothing too crazy. So I guess let's get on to the next Advent Calendar. So next up here, we have the Harry Potter Advent Calendar. Now, this is a very interesting backdrop. It appears to be some sort of board game. There's a little bit of instructions there. I guess we'll figure that out once we have all the gifts. But let's start off with day number 1 here. Now, what did we get? Oh, that is interesting. Is that a build for a shop in Diagon Alley? I think that's what that might be. So let's build that and take a look at it. So for day number 1 in the Harry Potter Advent Calendar, it looks like we got a micro build for Ollivander's wand shop. It is definitely simple. It does have a decent amount of pieces, but it is fairly recognizable, which is definitely more than I can say for that police helicopter. But I just don't know if this is a great way to start off the Harry Potter Advent Calendar. We'll just have to wait to see what day number 2 has. But let's get into the final Advent Calendar for day number 1. So lastly, for day number 1 here, we have the Star Wars Advent Calendar. Now, this backdrop is very, very nice. It is, I think, the first time we actually have figures that are included in the Advent Calendar on the backdrop, which is interesting because if I have these figures out on the base, it's kind of weird that they're also on the backdrop. I don't know. That might just be me, but let's get into day number 1 here. Let's hope for a minifigure. What do we get? Oh, okay. That is actually a really, really sick build. We got a Republic gunship. So for day number 1 in the Star Wars Advent Calendar, we actually got a very, very cool build. We got a micro build here for the Republic gunship. And I remember they did one of these in an earlier Advent Calendar. I think it was 2013. And I remember I played with that thing so much as a kid. I think I brought it with me like everywhere I went for like a week. This is definitely a upgrade, I'd say, but there is a gap there and on the back, which now that I think about it, I don't know. I'd have to look at them together, but this is definitely a really, really good way to start off the Star Wars Advent Calendar. So here we have all of our gifts for day number 1 in the 2022 Advent Calendars. Now for my ranking, I think I'm going to have to give first place to Star-Lord, second place to the gunship, third place to Ollivander's Wand Shop, and then fourth place to this city helicopter. It's not that great. It's kind of bad if I'm being honest. But honestly, all together, pretty good start to the 2022 Advent Calendars. I'm definitely a fan of these two for sure. But let's get into day number 2 for the Guardians Advent Calendar. So for day number 2 in the Guardians Advent Calendar, let's see what we got. Oh, okay. Oh, that's actually really cool. We got a present and a mixtape, which is really, really cool, especially after we got Star-Lord. So day number 2 in the Guardians Advent Calendar, we got a build for a little present with headphones inside as well as a flat circle plate stud. And then we also got, let's just put this cover back on, we also got this mixtape, which is actually a very, very cool build. It has studs on the side, which makes me think that this probably will have a use with a future build, but other than that, that is definitely a really nice print. I don't know if that's new, but it definitely isn't common, if anything. But yeah, pretty cool way to start off day number 2. Just very simple. Hopefully the other builds for day number 2 are a little bit better. But let's get into the City Advent Calendar. Okay, so day number 2 in the City Advent Calendar. I think we might get a figure today, but let's see what we got here. Yep, we got a figure. Oh, looks like a little boy with a propeller hat. That is interesting. So day number 2 in the City Advent Calendar gives us this little boy with a propeller hat. This is actually a very, very cute minifigure. It has this awesome torso with a jacket on it. But the rest of the figure is just using very, very common pieces. But still, this is a very, very cool minifigure. So let's get on to day number 2 for the Harry Potter Advent Calendar. Okay, so what do we have in day number 2? Let's see here. Oh, looks like something to do with Quidditch. So day number 2 in the Harry Potter Advent Calendar gives us this build for what looks like the goalposts in the Quidditch arena, which is actually kind of cool, especially to get those 3 rings. That's always very, very cool to get. We do have the colors here to represent Slytherin and Gryffindor, so that is an interesting addition, but another fairly simple build. I did notice that this is also on a base of a 2x4 or 2 plates, which equal a 2x4, which is the same as the Ollivander Wand Shop, and on the board game, there is a whole bunch of 2x4, so I'm assuming this has something to do with the game, and a whole bunch of the builds will be on the same style of base, but I guess we'll have to see later on in the video. But let's get on to the final calendar for day number 2, being Star Wars. Okay, so day number 2, where's day number 2? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's see what we got. Ooh, okay. I think that's definitely going to be the best gift for today. We got a Phase 1 Clone Trooper Lieutenant or Commander. It might be one of the two. Correct me in the comments, but that is actually a very, very cool minifigure. So day number 2 in the Star Wars Advent Calendar gives us an absolutely awesome minifigure. We get a Clone Trooper Commander. I believe this is just really, really cool. It was included in the Clone Trooper minifigure pack from this year, as well as the UCS gunship. It was crazy when this figure was included in that minifig pack. A lot of people were like, no, it loses the exclusivity, but I absolutely love this figure. Just the design of it is really, really nice, and it is always great to just get more clones in a Advent Calendar or just in general, but that is a very good gift and definitely the best of the day. But let's rank all 4 gifts. So for day number 2, all the gifts together, overall, this is actually a really, really good day of gifts. First place definitely goes to the Clone Trooper. Second place goes to the little kid from the City Advent Calendar. And then third place, I think I'm going to have to give it to this little build, mainly because of that print as well. It's kind of cool to get those headphones, and you could put them on Star-Lord as well. And then last place is this build for the goalposts in the Quidditch arena. It's fine. It's just very simple, and I don't know if I'm going to be a huge fan of this Advent Calendar, if this is what all the builds are going to be. We'll just have to wait and see, but that is my ranking for day number 2. So let's get into day number 3. Okay, so day 3 on the Guardians Advent Calendar gives us, if I can open it, Huh. What is that supposed to be? I guess some sort of maybe Ravager ship? Okay, I'll build it and then I'll let you know. So day 3 on the Guardians Advent Calendar gives us what looks like to be a Ravager ship. It kind of looks like a Milano, but it is in the Ravager colors. I don't know. This doesn't really look that recognizable. And the cockpit of the Milano is definitely recognizable, as are most of the Ravager ships, because they are very similar. But this is just, I don't know. I don't think that is a very good look. And hey, this could be something completely different, but I think it's supposed to be a Ravager ship. Always correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the build for day 3 in the Marvel Advent Calendar. So day 3 on the City Advent Calendar gives us, oh, okay, it looks like a post box with, or mailbox with a little bit of greenery. Huh, interesting. So day 3 on the City Advent Calendar gives us this little mailbox. It's very simple, but it definitely does fit the theme, especially with the color scheme of it. And the minifigure from yesterday had a little envelope. And as always with Advent Calendars, I didn't make this clear, but I base and I judge the builds off strictly just the day. Not if it adds to something, not if there's other things that add to it. What is the build for that day? And that's what I'm judging. And for today, it's fine. It's just very simple. So hopefully the other two give us something a little bit better for day 3. So overall, I know we're only 2 days in, but I'm not the biggest fan of this calendar so far. So hopefully day 3 switches that up. I really hope, and I think it'll give us a figure, but let's see. What do we get? Ooh, okay. We got Harry with a base plate. So I guess everything is going to have a base plate. So day number 3 in the Harry Potter Advent Calendar gives us Harry Potter. Now, this is a very, very common version of Harry, but it is definitely great to get a minifigure, as always. And in a Harry Potter Advent Calendar, you got to get a Harry, or else what is the Advent Calendar? And this Harry is included with a 2x4 tan plate, which now that I'm seeing this, I'm 3 gifts in, all the gifts seem to have a base plate, and it all seems to have a matching color to what's on the box. Day 1, day 2, day 3 all had tan base plates, so it looks like that's the color we're going to get on day 4. But overall, pretty good figure. Not anything crazy, but definitely the best build for day 3 by far. Okay, so lastly for day number 3, we have Star Wars. Now, we're definitely not going to get a figure, but let's see, what do we get? Oh, that's actually kind of cool. It looks like a droid tri-fighter. Okay, that's interesting. So day 3 gives us a droid tri-fighter. Now, this isn't the most insane build, but it is definitely recognizable. I feel like the cockpit could have been done a little bit better, maybe had this sticking out a bit more, but overall, that is a pretty cool build, and I do enjoy the prequel theming. That is definitely a bonus for the Star Wars Advent Calendar. Okay, so here we have all of the gifts from day number 3. Now, for my ranking, first place has to go to the Harry Potter minifigure. Even though it is just Harry, it is a very good figure. What is it? 4 years now? Coming up on 5 years since they rebooted that line? That is crazy. It's almost 5 years, but I'm enjoying that line, and this is definitely a very good gift to get. So I'm going to give first place and 4 points to Harry. Then third place, I'm going to give to the Droid Tri-Fighter. That's actually just a very cool build, and something that I don't think we've ever gotten in an Advent Calendar before. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then third place, I think I'm going to have to give it to this ship, even though it's not entirely recognizable. It is definitely more substantial than this mailbox. And I know this is Holly and Jolly, but it is only just a mailbox with a couple extra pieces. So there's only really so much that I can say and do with this. So fourth place goes to the mailbox. Third place goes to the Ravager ship. So 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, and 1 point. Okay, so day number 4 for the Guardians calendar gives us minifigure, question mark? Oh, well, of course. So day 4 on the Marvel Advent Calendar gives us this very simple tool rack with some dynamite, a wrench, and a hammer. Now, this is kind of signature and mandatory in a Star Wars Advent Calendar. I can't really say the same thing with Marvel since this is our only second one, but I can imagine that if they keep doing these, they're going to have stuff like this, and I can definitely see this getting 1 point. So hopefully the other gifts for day 4 are a little bit better than this. Okay, so day 4 for the City Advent Calendar gives us a... Oh my goodness. That is actually a really cool gift. It is a piano with a little kitty on the top. I don't think I have that new kitty piece yet, so that is actually a very, very good gift. So day 4 in the City Advent Calendar gives us an actually very, very good gift. We get this grand piano, not very grand because it's just a couple keys, but we also get this little tiny kitty, which is my first time getting this piece, and I really, really like this. It's so small and cute. This gift is, I can see this. If we don't get a minifigure, I can definitely see this getting first place. But let's get on to gift number 4 for the Harry Potter Advent Calendar. Okay, so day 4 in the Harry Potter Advent Calendar. It's probably going to be a build. What is it? Oh, okay. That's actually kind of cool. We get a micro build for the Whomping Willow as well as the Ford Anglia, I believe. Day 4 for the Harry Potter Advent Calendar gives us a great gift, in my opinion. We get a micro build for the Whomping Willow as well as a small 3-piece Ford Anglia. I believe that's the name of it, Ford Anglia. But this is actually really cute. Not a lot of pieces, but that little flight stand gives it a lot of character. Just looks like the car's just flying around it and about to get caught. But wow, pretty good gift. So am I a prophet for thinking we're getting a battle droid in day number 4? I guess we'll have to see here. Oh, I guess I'm not. I thought it would have been, but that looks like a... Oh, no. Is that a Venator? Or something like, I'll build it and I'll see what it is, but that looks like a Venator. So now that I built this, I don't believe it's supposed to be a Venator. Rather, I think it's supposed to be the other cruiser from the end of Attack of the Clones. I don't know the exact name of it, but I think you probably know which one I'm talking about. But hey, that's actually kind of a cool gift. Very simple, but not terrible. So for my day 4 rankings, first place is going to go to this piano with the cat. If I'm being honest, though, if it didn't have the cat, I don't think this would be first place, but it does, so it definitely is because of that. I love that piece. It is so cute. Then second place, I'm going to give to the Whomping Willow. Third place, I'm going to give to this Republic Cruiser, I believe, and then this is like 7th place, if anything. This is just, I should take points off if anything, but yeah. That's 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, and 4 points. So let's get on to day number 5. So day 4 was our first day without a minifigure. So hopefully day 5 puts us back on track with that. But let's see here. Or first day for all the Advent calendars with no minifigure. And oh yeah. So day number 5 gives us Rocket Raccoon. I haven't even opened the other gifts for this day, but I can already tell this is definitely going to get first place. Now, this is his outfit from Endgame. You have the goggles. I still can't believe that they actually made this figure. I remember when all those Infinity Saga figures leaked, I was just freaking out every time one got leaked. And this figure was only in the $200 Canadian, keep in mind Canadian, Guardian ship. So a very expensive set for this figure to be in. So definitely good that it's in this Advent calendar. Most of the figures in that set were exclusive until this came out. But yes, this is a very, very good gift. So let's see if the other days can be better than this, which I definitely think is unlikely, but let's see. Okay, City, what do we have in here? Oh, okay. A little bit of a train. So day 5 in the City Advent calendar gives us a micro build for the train that came out this year, the passenger train. Now, this is actually quite a cool build. Very simple, but it does have some use with the map. You can see there's a little bit of a train track there, so it does work with that, but not a lot to it. Definitely a interesting gift. Certainly not rocket good, but not terrible by any means. Okay, so day 5 for Harry Potter gives us figure, question mark, minifigure? No. Oh, okay, looks like the entrance to, or the Chamber of Secrets entrance, I believe, or something Chamber of Secrets related. So day 4 in the City Advent calendar gives us a part of the Chamber of Secrets with the Basilisk exiting it, which is a very simple build, but I definitely think it is sort of recognizable. I thought it was the entrance, but I don't think it is. I think it's just supposed to be the, oh yeah, there it is. I'm dumb. That is supposed to be the face of Salazar Slytherin and then the basilisk coming out of it. Okay, very simple, but I recognized it eventually, so not terrible. Okay, so last calendar for day number 5 is Star Wars, and I thinking it's going to be a figure, but I'm not entirely sure. 3, 2, 1. I guess you could consider that a figure, but we got a battle droid. So day 5 for Star Wars gives us the signature battle droid, which I believe has been in almost, if not every, advent calendar for Star Wars. Now, this technically can be considered a figure, but I don't really consider it a figure. It's just pieces put together, and I have so many of these, so I don't think this is going to get the rating that a minifig would, but let's find out. So here's all the gifts for day number 5. Now, easily first place goes to Rocket. I wish I could give him 8 points or something, because 4 even feels like too little, but that is just an absolutely awesome figure. Then third place, you would think I'd give it to the battle droid, but I don't think I am. I actually think I'm going to give it to this build for the Chamber of Secrets, because it's very small, but it has the snake and the face of Salazar Slytherin, which I really wasn't expecting. Then, this actually more difficult than I thought. Okay, I'm going to give it to the train, and then I'm going to give it to the battle droid. The battle droid is fine, but it's just, I can't, it's very, very hard, if not possible, for me to get excited about a battle droid anymore. But still, not a terrible gift for any of these days by any means. So because we got such a good gift in day number 5 for the Guardians calendar, I have a feeling day 6 is not going to give us that great of a gift, but who knows? Maybe it will. I'm being optimistic. Let's see. Oh, okay. That's not amazing, but that's actually kind of cool. It looks like we have a little crate of a bunch of Guardians memorabilia. It looks like we have Yondu's arrow, an eye, which is, signature after we got Rocket. And then I don't know what, I think those are supposed to be the charges. That was included with the Groot, the baby Groot in the Guardians 2 sets. Don't know what that's supposed to be. And that might be the orb. That would be crazy if that's the orb. But that's actually not a terrible gift. So day 6 for the Guardians Advent Calendar gives us this little bin of just a bunch of iconic Guardians of the Galaxy props. I guess that's what I'll call it. We get what I believe to be the orb. I can't really see it. It's flipped the wrong way. But, we get this little tiny eye piece, and it flipped over again. And then we get this arrow for Yondu, and then we get this, which is very unrecognizable, but for some reason, I immediately recognized it from the Guardians ship set or the Aisha's Revenge set. One of those two had this with the baby Groot, so that is definitely a throwback, but honestly, quite a cool gift. Here's the extra eye. That's what it looks like, but it is, if it would focus, that is actually a very cool print, but yeah, not a terrible gift. So day 6 for City gives us, oh, okay, we got a minifigure. I saw his name on the top. His name is Tippy. Sick. Tippy. Awesome. Okay, he looks like he works at a hotel. That's actually a really cool looking figure. So day 6 gives us a minifigure being Tippy. Now, this is actually a very nice minifigure. He has the kind of Imperial shoulder pauldrons that they would use in pirate sets, so that's actually really cool to get. I don't think they use that much anymore. And then we also get this, I want to say it's a new print for like a sugar cookie with some sprinkles on it. That looks awesome. That's definitely going to be useful when we get an extra. Speaking of extras, I have about a pile already of extras, and we're only a quarter way through, so good thing about these is you end up with a lot of extra pieces, I guess. But yeah, this is actually a really cool minifigure. He's a hotel employee, so he has lots of uses. Awesome. Okay, let's get on to the next calendar. So Harry Potter, day 6. What are we going to get? Where is it? There it is. Oh. Whoa. We got, wow, okay. We got Moaning Myrtle, and it's in a new color. Oh my goodness, that's an awesome minifigure. So this is a surprise. I was not expecting to get Moaning Myrtle. I feel like I looked over the calendars like a month ago and I kind of forgot, but I didn't know that we were going to get Moaning Myrtle and a brand new version. That's awesome. And this hairpiece, I think that's our first time getting it in the black color. Gives me Wednesday vibes. You could probably use that hair for that character, but this is awesome. I believe the first one was in kind of a bluer color, and this is cool because this is going to probably be the color of ghosts going forward. I know we're getting Rowena Ravenclaw's relative. I don't know if it's her daughter or her, I forgot what it was, but she's coming in a Deathly Hallows set in March, and she's in the same color scheme, so this is awesome. I believe she's exclusive to this so far, but I could be wrong on that. But this figure is just That is awesome. This is easily going to be the best unless Star Wars pulls something together. Day 6 for Star Wars gives us... Oh, we got the Bad Batch shuttle. That's awesome. So day 6 in the Star Wars Advent Calendar gives us a very, very cool build, being the Bad Batch shuttle. This is our first time getting this in a micro build, not only in an Advent Calendar, but just in general. The only time we've ever got this is with the actual set. So it is cool to get more Bad Batch representation in the Star Wars line, because I actually am a very big fan of the team and the show, and I'm very excited for Season 2 coming up here in like essentially a week. So yeah, very cool gift. What a great day. So let's add up all the points. So here we have all of our gifts from day number 6. Now, this is actually a very, very good day of gifts. It's going to be hard to pick, but I think first place is easy. It'll go to Moaning Myrtle, then second place to the Tippy minifigure, and then third place I'm going to give to the Bad Batch shuttle, because I actually really like this build. I wanted to put it higher, but, you know, this minifigure, I think, subjectively, and it is just a better figure overall than this, I think, in general. But this is a great build nonetheless. Now, this is also very, very cool. It probably would have got a higher score if it was on another day, but let's be honest, these other 3 gifts here are way better. So this is going to get last place, but not a terrible gift by any means. So pretty good day, but let's get on to day number 7. Okay, now we're on to day number 7. Now let's start off with Marvel as always, and... Oh, I think that's like the flamethrower. That's for the turkey that'll come later, but interesting gift. So today for the Marvel calendar, we don't get the greatest gift, but it's still pretty cool nonetheless. This is supposed to be a flamethrower. It doesn't really look like one yet, but with an upcoming gift, you get a flame and you get a turkey. I guess this is supposed to heat up and cook the turkey, which is kind of funny. But as always, I have to judge it on what I got in just the single day, and you don't get the flame effect today. So it's just a gun, and it works well with Rocket, but then again, you don't get Rocket today. You just get the gun. So this is probably not going to get the greatest score if the other gifts are any better than this. Okay, day 7 for City gives us, okay, like a little cookie stand. So day 7 for City gives us this little cookie stand with the 3 cookie prints, the same print that we got with the minifigure yesterday. So I'm very happy to get those. Some cool smooth pieces on the top. Definitely a couple cool pieces here, but nothing crazy, and definitely a simple build, but it is festive, which is always something great to get in Advent calendars, but not a lot going on here. So let's get on to the next gift. So day 7 for Harry Potter gives us, oh, okay, that's actually kind of cute. We get the night bus with a little bit of sidewalk. That's actually really cool. So day 7 for the Harry Potter Advent Calendar gives us another micro build, but this one's actually very, very cool in my opinion. We get the night bus with a little bit of road and sidewalk, as well as this light. So a little bit of a scene going on here. It's very simple, so there's not a lot they can do, but that is a pretty accurate night bus, all things considered. They use enough pieces to get the point across, but other than that, very simple gift, but very cool. So let's get on to day number 7 for Star Wars. Okay, so day 7 for Star Wars gives us, Luke's Land Speeder. Let's go. So lastly, for day 7, we get a little build for Luke's Land Speeder. Now, we have gotten a decent amount of these in the Advent calendars for Star Wars across the years, but this is actually a very impressive build. You get 2 little studs here to represent what I believe is either Obi-Wan and C-3PO, or R2-D2 and C-3PO, or maybe Luke and C-3PO. It's supposed to be someone and C-3PO, because no one is gold but C-3PO. But this is actually a very nice build, very smooth, and it definitely utilizes a decent amount of pieces for a Advent calendar build to get the point across. But honestly, not as bad as I was expecting. So here we have all of our gifts for day number 7, kind of a mixed bag day, but we got the Guardians gun, which I'm going to give last place just because there really isn't anything special with this, especially when we don't get to complete the gift. I can imagine tomorrow might be even worse for this calendar because we're probably just going to get a flame effect and something else, but we will see. Then third place I'm going to give to this little cookie stand. I would have probably given this last place, but those cookie prints are really, really useful, and I'm a big fan of those. We even get an extra one with it, which is a bonus as always. And then second place I'm going to give to the Luke's Land Speeder. This is actually a very good build. I was debating on what I should do with these two, if this should be first place or vice versa. But I ended up giving this second place because we've gotten a lot of these. Even though this is probably the best one they've done, I think that this is just so cool and different for a advent calendar for Harry Potter. We get the night bus and a micro build with a little road and a little sidewalk and a light. They just seem to fit a decent amount here for a single gift, even though it is very simple. But yeah, that is my ranking for today. So 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, and 4 points. Let's get on to day number 8. Okay, so day 8, where is day 8? Oh, there it is. Let's see what we get. Hopefully a minifigure, but let's see. Yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting, but oof, not that good. So day 8 in the Marvel calendar gives us a turkey with a little bit of a stand that is held in by a 1x1 plate, which is kind of cool. And then we get a flame effect for our flamethrower, which when you put all of it together, it looks cool, but keep in mind, we're judging gifts based on just the gift that we got on that day. This is cool though together, so who knows, maybe we'll give it bonus points in the very end. But as a gift, as this stands, this is not that good in my opinion. The turkey piece is always cool to get, but I do have a decent amount of them now, as I imagine most people do, and I just think compared to the next gifts, I imagine this isn't going to really stand too much of a chance, but I am happy to get that turkey piece. So day 8 for City gives us minifigure, question mark, let's see here. Oh, okay. Interesting. We get a little bit of a table with a massive night bus sized cake. So day 8 for City gives us this little cake on a table with a mug, and I have no clue what this is supposed to be. Maybe just some more frosting or for the cake because the gold matches there and then the colors match here. I don't know exactly what that is supposed to be, but regardless, this is actually quite a festive and cool gift. Definitely better than Marvel for sure. So day 8 for Harry Potter gives us... Ooh, okay, that's actually really cool. We get a little bit of the Forbidden Forest with some Dementors. That's awesome. So day 8 for Harry Potter gives us another really good gift. It seems like Harry Potter is on a streak right now, but this is awesome. We get the 2 micro Dementor figs, which are essentially just the Palpatine holocron in black, and I think... Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the second time we're getting these because I think the first time was in the actual, not deluxe, the UCS Hogwarts Castle, which is a $500 set here in Canada. So if that's the only way to get those in that set and then to get them here, that is making this gift very, very, very good. But these definitely could have come in something else. I'm kind of thinking, I feel like they might have, but not entirely sure. But regardless, pretty cool gift overall. And lastly, day 8 for Star Wars. I think we're going to get a minifigure, but I could be wrong. And I'm wrong. We get a T-16 Skyhopper. So the last gift for day number 8 is actually pretty cool. We get a little micro build for a T-16 Skyhopper. I don't think we have got this before in an advent calendar. If we have, I don't remember it, but this is very, very cool. Kind of continues the Tatooine theme, which actually, now that I remember, this ruined the prequel theme. We went 6 days with prequel era things, which was so cool, but hey, you know, I guess it's always time to go back to the original trilogy. So here we have all of the gifts from day number 8. Now, kind of another mixed bag day, but last place I'm going to give to the Guardians gift. I'm always happy to get that piece, but I just don't think this together is a great gift. It just is kind of bunch of pieces, meh, just put it out. It goes with the other gifts, but as a single gift for today, not the greatest. Then third place I'm going to give to the City build. I actually quite like this. I just think the other 2 builds are a little better. The cake is really nice. The T-16 Skyhopper is getting second place. Very, very cool build. Definitely represents the model very, very well for an advent calendar build. And then first place I'm going to give to the little bit of Forbidden Forest with some water and Dementors. Those pieces are absolutely awesome to get. And this is just such a cool little diorama. You can put this on your desk or something, but I'm a huge fan of this build. Harry Potter is on a streak. So let's add these up. So 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, 1 point, and let's get on to, or 1 point, not points. Let's get on to day number 9. Okay, so hopefully Marvel gets back on the tracks here. They've kind of been slipping the last couple days. So hopefully we get a minifigure in day number 9, and we get... Yes, we do. We get Nebula in a Christmas sweater. Okay, yes, they are back on the tracks now. So day 9 for Marvel gives us an absolutely awesome minifigure. We have Nebula in a Christmas sweater. This is so cool. It has her father Thanos on it on the front, and we have the Infinity Stones there as well. And then on the back, we have a little heart with Gamora and Nebula. It's so cute. This is such an awesome minifigure. This is easily, I think, gonna be first place for day number 9, but we'll have to see what the other gifts have to give. Great face print too as well. Okay, so day 9 for City gives us, oh, okay, that's actually really cute. We get a little birdhouse with a little bird. Awesome. So day 9 for City gives us a very cute little gift here. We have a birdhouse with a little bird piece, the newer bird piece in white. Now, I feel like we got the bird piece in another calendar. I'm thinking of the little kitten. We got another little animal in the City calendar, but this, oh, I'm thinking of a set I just got. We got a little blue one in that set, but here we have it in white. This is very, very cool and has lots of purposes. You can put it in your winter village, put it in your city, do whatever you want with it. It is very, very cute, very simple, but definitely does get the point across. Great gift. So day 6 for Harry Potter, we got a minifigure. So hopefully day 9 gives us a figure. It'd be crazy if there was a day in which each calendar gave us a figure. I guess there is. Hopefully that'll be day 24. But what do we have in day number 9? Yes, we got Sirius Black. So day 9 for Harry Potter gives us another amazing gift. Harry Potter is doing really, really well this year. Sirius Black we have here with a Azkaban prison, little prison sentence here, which is really cool to get as a 1x2. Now the torso on this figure I think is exclusive. So I think this is technically an exclusive figure because it's not the same one that we got in the big set for Harry Potter this year. I can't think of the name right now. Grimmauld Place? Yes. 12 Grimmauld Place, I think it is. But this figure is very cool. We also get an alternate face, and I'm always happy to get Sirius Black because he is one of my favorite Harry Potter characters. But let's see what Star Wars has. And here we have the Christmas C-3PO, and this is an awesome minifigure. He has an exclusive torso. The legs, I believe, are the same as the one from like the trash compactor, and the head is the same that we've gotten in the recent years, but this is an awesome figure. And I love that he has R2-D2 on the torso, and then we have some printing on the back, but I love that he has that, and then R2-D2 has C-3PO, because, you know, they are best friends for life. But let's get on to my ranking for this day. So here we have all of our gifts from day number 9, and this is easily the best day in the Advent calendar so far. We got 3 minifigures in the same calendar, and I believe 3 exclusive figures at that, which is just even better. But I do want to acknowledge this city build because I really do like this. It is cute. It's just, you know, against some very, very good figures. So last place I'm going to give to the city one. Then in second last place, I think I have to give it to Sirius. It's a great figure. I love Sirius, but these other two just something stand. Please stand. Something about these other two is just makes them so amazing, and they really go well with the Advent calendar theme. Then I think I have to give it to C-3PO. It's awesome. I love the torso and I love the printing on the back, but Nebula's torso print is just absolutely amazing. It has so much detail on it, and it's so funny to have Gamora and her on the back, and then Thanos with Infinity Stones on the front, and the head print is great as always. But this was just an absolutely amazing day. So 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, and 1 point. Let's get on to day number 10. Number 10, here we go. Oh, okay. So I think that's the ship from Guardians 2 with Yondu, the one that they made. I think it's called Aisha's Revenge. I don't know the exact name of the ship, but regardless, that's what it's supposed to be. That's kind of cool. So here we have the build for today. Now, this is a micro version of the ship that appeared in Aisha's Revenge. That was a set that was based off of Guardians 2, which came out a long time ago now, which is 5 years coming up. Wow, especially with the 5th one. But anyway, this is honestly very, very cool. I like it. It's just a unique shape and something different for this calendar. But let's see what number 10 has for City. Okay, day number 10 for City. Let's see what we get. Maybe a figure. Oh, and we got a figure. Awesome. So here we have Reyes. I kind of wish that she would have came yesterday because then we would have had 4 minifigures on one day, but we have her today. So yes, her name is Reyes, as it says on the box, R-A-Z-E. So definitely an interesting name, as most of these city characters do, like Tippy. I don't know who names a kid Tippy, but that they teach their own. Anyway, this figure is actually really, really cool. She has this awesome green pants with this kind of leopard texture or print, which is awesome. Comes with a broom, and this hairpiece is supposed to be the soldier hairpiece, but it is in blue, and that is actually really cool to get. We don't get hairpieces in blue too often, so overall, this is a very fun minifigure, and definitely one that is going to go very well in my city. So day 10 for Harry Potter. This calendar is on a streak. Let's hope it can keep it. Oh, what's that print? Not the greatest gift, but we will see. So today we have a build for the Goblet of Fire, as well as an awesome print on a 1x2 that has Harry Potter's name from the Goblet of Fire. And that is a very, very cool print to get. The Goblet of Fire, though, is very simple. So not the greatest gift, but this print is very cool. And I believe it is exclusive. I just don't know where else it would have come in. But yeah, pretty cool gift overall. So day 10 for Star Wars gives us probably not a minifigure, but let's see. Oh, yay, let's go. We got a water vapor, or the things on Tatooine. I don't know the exact name, but honestly, that'll probably go well in my Tatooine mock, but still not the greatest. So day 10 for Star Wars gives us this water vapor from like Tatooine. I believe that's the name. I don't know the exact name of this, but yeah, this is not the greatest gift and is probably going to get last place. So let's do the ranking. So here we have all of our gifts for day number 10. Pretty good day. First place, I'm going to give to the minifigure. Definitely, that is just a very cool figure overall, and it's a figure. And then second place, I think I have to give to the Harry Potter gift just because that print is awesome. Goblet of Fire isn't that great, but that print really is something cool to get and has multiple uses other than being exclusively used in the Goblet of Fire. And then third place, I think I have to give to this Guardian ship. It's pretty cool, just very simple and doesn't have what these two have in my opinion. And then last place goes to this. This has nothing that these three have. This is kind of a lazy effort on Star Wars. I guess it goes well with the Tatooine theme that we've had in the last 3 days, but overall, not the greatest gift. But yeah, that is my ranking for day number 10. Okay, day 11 for Marvel gives us, where is day 11? Oh, there it is. What are we going to get? Oh, some build. Okay, we get the ship from, we get 2 ships. Okay, we get the ship from Nowhere, the first Guardians movie when they were escaping Nowhere, and then this is the one that goes or attaches to the ship from Infinity War. So that's actually kind of a cool gift to get 2 little ships like that. So here we have our 2 gifts from day 11. Now, it is 1 gift, but we get 2 gifts in this day. So we have the ship that they used, or Groot, Rocket, and Thor used to go get Stormbreaker in Infinity War. Now, hopefully this will attach to the orange Guardian ship, which will be in an upcoming day, I believe. And then we also have the ship that Rocket and some other people used to escape, or some other Guardians used to escape Nowhere in the first Guardians movie. So 2 pretty cool gifts so far. I like that they're trying to do all these ships from the Guardians movies. Awesome. Okay, so day 11 for City gives us, what do we have here? Oh, some sort of machine. So here we have what looks like would be a lawnmower, but that doesn't really work with snow. So maybe this is some sort of snow removing machine, or maybe for the little ice rink in the middle of the advent calendar. But yeah, that is kind of a cool build. Definitely better, I'd say, than the Guardians build, but not the greatest gift so far. Okay, so day 11 for Harry Potter gives us... Wait. This gift that we got the other day is the Goblet of Fire, right? Yes, that's the Goblet of Fire. And then this is this... Oh, I forgot the name. I think this is the Triwizard... Oh, it's the Triwizard Cup. Yes, that's what it is. Sorry. So here we have what I believe is the Triwizard Cup. Now, correct me if that is wrong, but I believe that's what it's supposed to be. Pretty cool. Not that great. Very simple and just vaguely gets the point across. And lastly, for day 11, we have Star Wars. Now, hopefully Star Wars gives us something really good. Huh? What is that supposed to be? I'm going to build it, and then I guess I'll find out. So for day 11, we have the speeder, which if you couldn't tell what it was, I couldn't for a little bit, but then I realized this is supposed to be the speeder that was included in the Mos Eisley Cantina. I don't know the exact name, but overall, I think it does a decent job of getting the point across, but this is a very, very obscure ship. So for them to do this in an advent calendar is kind of crazy, but you know, I guess it works. Not the greatest gift though, however. So here we have all of our gifts from day 11. Not the greatest day, but we have some cool things here. So first place, I think I'm going to have to give to this little vehicle. It is kind of cool and is going to go well with the other gifts, which we shouldn't consider, but I actually really like this thing, and it drives really cool and drifts because of these things. Then second place, I'm going to give to this Star Wars build. I love those pieces on the side, and it is a pretty cool speeder, even though it is obscure. Definitely an interesting gift to get. And then third place, I'm going to give to these two little Guardians builds. Very, very small, but cool to get two things in one day. And then last place, I'm going to give to this Triwizard Cup. Just nothing really special with this. So let's get on to day 12, the halfway point. So day 12 for Marvel gives us minifigure. Nope. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. We got a table with some treats and drinks. So day 12 for Marvel gives us this little table with some treats and some drinks. We have a bottle, 2 mugs, 2 kind of cupcake looking things, and then just a stack of what I think is oranges. That is actually kind of cool. And then we have the print there, which that print is definitely a little misprinted. This one that comes with it is also good. But yeah, that is actually a really cool print to get. I think that might be my first time getting that print. So day 12 for City gives us... Oh, I ripped it. That's not good. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. So day 12 gives us kind of a cool gift with City. We have a little bit of a snowman build using the BB-8 piece, as well as a 3x3 modified plate. And then we have some skates for the rank on the advent calendar mat. So not the craziest gift, but I actually really like this snowman build, even though it is very simple. So day 12 for Harry Potter gives us... Oh, what? Okay, what? So today we didn't get the gift we were supposed to get. We got, we got Hedwig and this Turner, which I think this could potentially be the last gift. I just really hope we got Voldemort, not 2 of this, because I'm going to look inside right now, and hopefully we have a Voldemort, or else I'm going to be very sad. So I did find him. I opened it, and he was there. I didn't see him at first. I got scared, but we got Voldemort, so that's good, at least. So here we have Voldemort. Now, I believe this is exclusive. I could be wrong on that. This might be the one that was included in the Graveyard set, but it looks different to me for some reason. He has his tongue sticking out. That looks new to me. It might not be, but... to me, at least, it looks new. But overall, that is actually a very, very good figure to get. I was very scared there for a second because I remember the first Harry Potter advent calendar, I got 2 of the same gifts. So I thought we got 2 of the spinners and not Voldemort, which would have really sucked if we didn't get Voldemort in this calendar. But yeah, we got Voldemort, so we're good. Great figure. Definitely probably going to get first place. Okay, so that Voldemort was a very good gift. So hopefully Star Wars has something a little better to get first place, but I doubt it. Let's see. Come on. Open properly. Don't wreck. Oh! What? Whoa! I thought that was gift 24. No way. Okay, yeah, this is definitely first place. So we got Darth Vader. I was not expecting us to get this soon in the calendar. I really did think this would be day 24, but I am not complaining. This is an awesome figure. Definitely, I might say this is the best figure we've got out of any of the advent calendars so far. That Nebula is really good, but this is awesome because we get that arm printing as well. I wasn't expecting that because on the box, he doesn't have it. I just realized that. Wow, so this is a better figure than advertised, which is definitely a breath of fresh air. We have Scarif on the back there. This is just so cool. And then we also get a little volleyball and some flippers, but this is an amazing gift. Oh, focus. Amazing gift. Absolutely amazing. What an amazing day. We got 2 villains. We got the main villains for Star Wars and Harry Potter. That's very cool to get. I was not expecting to get Vader. I got Voldemort, and I was like, yep, that's easily first place. And then we pulled this, and that was... That is amazing, because I was expecting that for day 24, and I'm kind of confused now. I guess R2 will be for 24. Weird. But then we also got this little gift for, this is Guardians. I was thinking City for a sec. This is City. These two are actually pretty cool for little gifts. We get some cool pieces there, but first place goes to Vader easily. Second place to Voldemort. And then third place, I think I'm going to have to give to... I'm going to give it to this, actually, because there is a lot of versatility here with those pieces, especially the orange slices that are included. And then last place to this gift. This is kind of cool, but not as good as these other three. Now, since we are halfway through the video, I thought I would update you all on how much each of the calendars have for points. This will definitely change, so don't think this is the final scoring. We have 12 gifts left for each, but last place so far with 27 points is Guardians of the Galaxy. Then second last place or third place is City with 28. Then second place is Star Wars with 32, and first place, which shocked me, is Harry Potter with 34. I love Harry Potter, but I was looking forward to these other two a little bit more than Harry Potter, but this one is definitely doing very, very well this year. Okay, so now we are halfway through. Let's go to day 13, which I seem to not be able to find. Where is it? Wait, can I actually not find it? Oh, wait, there it is. We don't have day 13 for some reason. Okay, I think this is going to be a minifigure. Ooh, it's a really good minifigure at that. Now, even though I said Guardians was in last place so far, I also said anything can change, and it definitely has changed with day 13. We got Mantis, which is an awesome figure to get, especially after watching the holiday special. She really had a lot of character development in that, and we also get a little guitar here. Now, this figure is, or was, exclusive to the Guardians ship from the Infinity Saga wave, but now she is in this set, so that definitely will lower the price on her. So she is readily available once more, which is very good to get. But this figure overall is awesome. I love that hair and antenna piece. That is always something that I thought was very cool. So day 13 for City gives us... Oh, that is interesting. I'll have to build that to see what that is, but we do get a chicken. So day 13 for City actually gives us kind of a cool gift here. We have a chicken nest, I believe it's supposed to be. We have a little egg, some stars going around, and then we have a chicken slash rooster or whatever it's supposed to be here. That is very, very cool to get. Not a color that I think is too common either. The eyes look extra big for some reason. That might just be me, but yeah, overall, quite a cool gift to get. Okay, so day 13 for Harry Potter gives us... minifigure? No, we got a minifigure yesterday. We got... Huh? I'm going to have to build that. Day 13 for Harry Potter gives us a gift that I don't know entirely what it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be the Room of Requirements with the training dummy that is in there as well, but I don't entirely know. It's kind of a cool gift, but if I can't tell what it is, that's not really a great sign. Okay, and then lastly for day 13, we have Star Wars giving us... Oh, that's kind of cool. We have a sand castle of Darth Vader's castle. So day 13 for Star Wars gives us kind of a funny build. We have Darth Vader's castle, but it's made out of sand, which this does go very well with the Darth Vader from yesterday. But, you know, we can't really consider that for the ranking of this. But, yeah, that is actually quite a cool and unique little gift. You do get a little shovel there as well, and a bucket and some water. So a little bit of a diorama there as well. So day 13 gave us quite a cool assortment of gifts, but first place definitely goes to Mantis, then the Darth Vader Sandcastle, then the City gift, then the Harry Potter gift. I can't even really tell what this is. I think it's Room of Requirements, but even if it is, that's not the greatest representation of it by any means. Okay, so day 14 for Marvel gives us... Oh, looks like the Benatar. I believe that's the name of the ship. So day 14 for the Marvel calendar gives us the micro version of the Infinity Saga Guardian ship, also known as the Benatar, I believe. But this is very, very cool. Quite big for an advent calendar build. Now, I know we shouldn't really consider builds together, but I do want to see if this kind of... I mean, if you want, I guess you could do something like that. I guess that's kind of cool, but yeah, doesn't really attach to anything on the build we got today. Oh, maybe, well, that doesn't count, but no, you can't do the bottom. But yeah, pretty cool gift for today. So for City, day 14 we got... Oh, I opened the wrong way. Oh, we got a minifigure. Okay, I think her name is Maddie. That's actually quite a cool gift. Day 14 for City gives us a minifigure, and her name is Maddie. This is quite a cool and versatile little minifigure. The pigtail piece is awesome to get. That face print is so funny to me, as always. And then the torso is also very, very nice. A little bit of an orange jacket with some pins there on the side. And then we also get this little Harry Potter styled lamp, which is cool to get. So yeah, definitely a great minifigure for City. Day 14 for Harry Potter gives us... Oh, is that supposed to be the vault in the Ministry of Magic? I'm going to figure out the name, but that is kind of cool. So day 14 for Harry Potter gives us an interesting gift. I don't know if it's great, but it is kind of a little piece of art with all those studs there. This is supposed to be the vault where all the prophecies are in the Ministry of Magic, which is kind of cool to get, but it is very, very simple and vaguely gets the point across, which is even being generous because I couldn't even tell what this was for the longest time. But yeah, that is kind of cool to get. Okay, so Star Wars has a really good gift for day 14. Ooh, I believe that is a B-Wing. That is kind of cool. So day 14 for Star Wars gives us a B-Wing, which is very cool. I don't think we've got this in a advent calendar before. I definitely hope LEGO Star Wars does another model of this. I have the 2014 one, and I am definitely content with that, but I know a lot of people do want another one, and I wouldn't be opposed to it either. But let's do a ranking of the gifts for 14. So here we have all the gifts for day 14. Very good day, but first place goes to Maddie. Just love the figure, love the hairpiece, love the face, love the torso. Then I'm going to give it to the B-Wing. Love that build. I think it's the first time getting it in an advent calendar, and they did a very good job with it. Then I'm going to give it to the Benatar. I think they could have done a better job on this. I wish it would connect the ship in the back, but I guess whatever. So that's third place. And then last place is this Harry Potter build. It's cool. It's just some studs and plates and some arch bricks in general. I don't know. I don't really have anything to say about it. And compared to the other builds, it is not as cool. But yeah, that's my ranking for day 14. So day 15 in the Marvel Advent Calendar, right over here, gives us, ooh, a candy cane. So day 15 in the Marvel Advent Calendar gives us this candy cane build. And it's pretty cool, and it's definitely festive, but it's kind of just a candy cane. I guess it kind of goes with the Mantis minifigure, but all things considered, this isn't doing too much for me. So let's hope City has a bit of a better gift. Okay, so day 15 for City gives us, oh, a little bit of a scarecrow. That's kind of cool. So here we have a little scarecrow build for day 15 in the City calendar. Pretty cool. I like the little beanie and the scarf, but other than that, there isn't really anything special going on here. So let's get on to day 15 for Harry Potter. So day 15 for Harry Potter gives us... Oh, we got a minifigure. We got Nymphadora Tonks. So day 15 for Harry Potter gives us a Tonks minifigure. I actually really like this figure. I think it's the same one that was included in the Grimmauld Place. She also has her duck face, but I could be wrong on that. This is just overall a very good figure to get, especially because she is usually only in more expensive sets. So day 15 for Star Wars gives us, ooh, we have a TIE Interceptor. And day 15 for Star Wars gives us a TIE Interceptor. Now this is actually a very cool build, uses a decent amount of pieces, and is very accurate in my opinion. And I know there is a rumored TIE Interceptor coming out this year with another set. I think it's a Mandalorian set, so this is a little bit of a hint at that. But yes, overall a very good gift. So here we have all the gifts for day 15. Pretty good day, but first place definitely goes to the Tonks minifigure. Then the TIE Interceptor. I really like that build. Then I'll give it to the Candy Cane, and then the Scarecrow. So yes, pretty good gifts for day 15. Okay, so day 16 for the Guardians Advent Calendar. Where is 16? What? Can I just not see it? Oh, there it is. Okay, what do we have? Oh, we have a little bit of a cassette player. That's actually very cool. So day 16 for the Guardians calendar gives us 2 speakers as well as a player for all of Peter's cassettes with his music. So that's a very cool gift to get, very Guardians themed. So day 16 for City gives us, oh, it's like a checkers board. So day 16 for City gives us a checkers board, I believe. This is actually quite a cool gift, and you can actually play it with the studs. You get a little bit of a fence here. Very simple, but if you can actually play this, that's kind of a cool gift. So 16 for Harry Potter gives us, oh, wow. I was not expecting that. So day 16 for Harry Potter gives us a very cool gift. We get Professor Slughorn in couch form. This is from when he gets found by Dumbledore in Half-Blood Prince. I absolutely love this. I didn't ever think that we would get this because I looked at the calendar, I think like a month ago, and I noticed there was a lot of cool stuff, but I didn't notice this. This is very, very, very cool. Okay, and then day 16 for Star Wars gives us... Ew, let's go. So day 16 for Star Wars gives us actually a pretty cool gift. You know, I am very tired of the weapon racks, as most people are, and this definitely is that, but it has multiple purposes. So you do get the brand new stud shooter, which is different and nice to get, and you can kind of use the actual stand as a rest and like a little bit of a targeting stand for the stud shooter. Then you can just plug it back on to this 1x1 modified brick, and then you also get a little mouse droid with a little mouse droid hole, which is just a little detail that makes me like this a little more than I probably would. And then you also get studs and a little place to put the studs. So not great, but not terrible. So for my ranking for day 16, first place definitely goes to the Harry Potter gift. I just think this is very creative and unique. Not expecting this whatsoever, which is also a bonus. And then I'm going to give it to the City gift because you can actually play it. That is quite a cool gift, especially to get around the holiday season. You could play it with mom or dad. And then you also get this here and this here. Now, it's a little tricky, but I think I'm going to have to give it to the Star Wars gift because I actually like this little mouse droid hole, and the new weapon is cool to get. And then I'm going to give it to the Guardians gift. It is cool. It is something that is very prevalent to Guardians. I just am not that over the top on this. The 1x2 is cool to get. We did get it already in the calendar, I believe. But compared to the other gifts, I just think these three are definitely better. But let's get on to day 17. So day 17 gives us... ooh, Thanos Snowman. So day 17 for the Guardians Advent Calendar gives us a Thanos Snowman. Now, this is very simple, but it is something that is themed Christmas and also themed Guardians, which is definitely a bonus, but not the most insane gift, but at the same time, not that bad, all things considered. So day 17 for City gives us... oh, we got a Christmas tree. I think that's our first Christmas tree this year. So day 17 for City gives us a Christmas tree. Now, this isn't anything too shocking. We normally get these in City Advent calendars, but this one does have a trophy minifigure piece on top, which is pretty cool. And then the inside uses the same light pieces on the outside, so that's a little cool touch, I guess. But other than that, it is fairly simple, and we will see how far it goes in the ranking. So day 17 for Harry Potter gives us... oh. What? Okay, I genuinely have no clue what that is supposed to be, but let's find out. So day 17 for Harry Potter gives us a actually pretty disappointing gift because A, I can't really tell what it is, and B, it is very, very simple. There are very few pieces here. It is cool to get this big round piece here that's very uncommon, so I guess that's cool to get. And I believe this is supposed to be the thing Harry Potter puts his head in Dumbledore's office. I think that's what it's supposed to be, but I could definitely be wrong. I just think this is very simple and could be... I'm looking at the other Harry Potter gifts. This could probably be the worst gift so far, but we will see. So day 17 for Star Wars gives us minifigure. Maybe. Oh, yay. We got a snowtrooper. So day 17 for Star Wars gives us a Snow Trooper. Now this is a fairly common minifigure, but it is one of my favorite army builders and I'm always happy to get more of them. I wish they would have the cloth goods as the skirt. I just think this print really doesn't work. And I know with the 501st Battle Pack they just released, they also have this printed skirt. So I think we might be done with the cloth goods for the skirt. And I don't know, I wish they would bring that back because it really does add a lot to the minifigure. But other than that, there you can see the face print for the figure, and it's just a Snow Trooper, but it is awesome to get nonetheless. So here we have all the gifts for day 17. Now for my ranking, the Harry Potter gift definitely gets last place. I'm just kind of disappointed with this, and actually really disappointed with this thing. It's kind of just a very cheap gift, nothing really to it. Then third place, I think I'm going to give to the Christmas tree. I feel like I normally would have given this second place, but this is just a little more creative and unique, so I'm going to give this second place. And then obviously the Snow Trooper gets first place because that is an awesome minifigure to get. So day 18 for the Guardians calendar gives us... Oh, okay. So we have a micro build for the Milano, not the Milano from the Infinity War and Endgame. This is the actual Milano from the first Guardians movie. So that's actually quite cool to get. So day 18 in the Guardians Advent Calendar gives us a very cool micro build. We have the Milano. Now this is actually quite nice. It uses some really cool pieces here. We have those silver 1x1 modified tiles with the kind of tooth sticking out, but in silver, so that definitely adds a lot to the ship. I just think for the scale that this is at, they did a very good job representing the actual ship in universe. So yeah, that is a very good gift to start off day 18. So day 18 for City gives us, what do we have? Come on. Oh, okay, we have a rocking horse as well as a toy rocket. So I guess that's kind of cool. So day 18 for City gives us these two pretty simple gifts, but they do definitely add to the calendar. We have this toy rocket, which might be a recreation of the actual City rocket that just came out recently, I believe, but I could be wrong on that. Very simple, but I guess cool nonetheless. And then we also have this rocking horse, which does actually rock. So that is, you know, it does do the purpose that it's supposed to do. But yeah, this is definitely very simple. It's just one brick wide, and the tail is also a little odd to me. I don't know. I just find that this is a weird build for a tail. But other than that, I don't know. Kind of a mediocre gift. And then day 18 for Harry Potter gives us hopefully something better than yesterday. And, oh, yes, most definitely something better than yesterday. We have Severus Snape. So day 18 for Harry Potter gives us Severus Snape. Now, this is a fairly common character to get in the Harry Potter line, but it is always great to get nonetheless. Great face prints as always. I think this might be a newer torso. I think this is a newer version of Snape because this definitely isn't the same one from the first wave of Harry Potter reboot sets, but still, this is an awesome figure. Of course, rest in peace to Alan Rickman, one of the best actors of our time, in my opinion. But yes, this is an awesome minifigure to get. So let's see what Star Wars has in store. So day 18 for Star Wars is not going to give us a minifigure, but we got... Okay, we have a little bit of a Hoth turret. So day 18 for Star Wars gives us this micro build for a Hoth turret. Now it can turn, but it is definitely very simple. I like the round plate they used on top. That is a great piece to get. But other than that, very, very simple. And I don't know if I'm a huge fan of this. So here we have all the gifts for day 18 now. Last place, I think I'm going to give to the Hoth turret. It's fine. I don't know. It's not even scaled or anything. I just think it's kind of a lazy gift, but I guess it does have some cool pieces. Then second, last place, or third place, I'm going to give to the rocking horse as well as the rocket. It's cool. It's certainly better than this, but it isn't on the level as the Milano, which I'm going to give second place, and first place definitely to Snape. I was actually debating on whether or not I should switch these around because I really like this build, but usually I think minifigures are better than builds, and in this case, I definitely think that is the case. So let's get on to day 19. So day 19, where's day 19? Oh, there it is. For Marvel gives us, what do we have here? Oh, wow. Okay, I was expecting that was going to be day 24, but we have Groot. That is definitely well, I shouldn't say definitely, but likely going to get first place. So here we have Teenage Groot on a cloud. I don't think it's supposed to be a cloud. I think it's supposed to be snow. But as you can see, he does have a stud on the back, which is meant for the Christmas tree that is going to be going around him. That's why I thought this was going to be day 24. Now I'm kind of wondering what day 24 is going to be, but still, this is an awesome figure to get, especially when it was only included in the Guardians ship from the Infinity Saga wave, which, like I said numerous times in this video, is around $200. You also get a phone print 1x2, which is awesome to get, but overall, this is a very detailed figure and something that is really, really cool to get in a advent calendar. So day 19 for City, hoping for a minifigure. Let's see here. Oh, and we got a minifigure. We got, what's his name? God, the names of these people. Mr. Produce. Awesome. Great name. So day 19 for City gives us an awesome minifigure. We have Mr. Produce, which is a figure that looks like he would work in the recently released City grocery store and recently retired because that set is sold out in Canada at least. So this is actually a kind of a wake-up call minifigure for me to get that set. I really wanted it, and it just came out in the summer, and I was like, whatever, it'll be out for like a year. But all those sets seem to be retiring and on sale, so I guess that's not good for Lego. They didn't sell too well. But this figure, still, that's off topic. This is awesome. No extra head, but I love the face print and the torso and legs. This is just a really cool minifigure. I don't know if it's as good as Groot, but still a awesome figure to get. And then day 19 for Harry Potter gives us... oh, we have a build for Hagrid's motorcycle. That's actually kind of cool. So day 19 for Harry Potter gives us a build for Hagrid's motorcycle, which is quite cool to get. We haven't actually got this in normal scale in the recently rebooted Harry Potter line. Well, I guess I shouldn't say recently rebooted. It's been like, what, 5 years now? But still, this is an awesome gift to get. And I don't know if this is supposed to be water or like the shingles on a roof. I don't entirely know, but still quite a cool little gift to get. And then lastly, for day 19, we have Star Wars, which gives us... oh, okay, that's kind of cool. We have a micro build for an AT-ST. And lastly, for day 19, we have Star Wars with a micro build for an AT-ST. Now, this is very simple, but it is quite cool. I feel like this is fairly uncommon for advent calendars. I think we normally just get an AT-AT, so this is definitely a cool change of pace. And as far as the build goes, I can tell it's an AT-ST, so I guess it's doing the job well enough. But yeah, that is the build for day 19, so let's do the rankings. So here we have all the builds and minifigures for day 19. Last place, shockingly, is going to go to this because it's Hagrid's motorcycle. It's cool, but now that I'm taking a closer look at it, I can't really tell what it is. If I didn't know this was from the Harry Potter advent calendar, I probably wouldn't be able to guess which calendar it's from, but still, it is quite a cool gift. I just think the other gifts are better. Then I'm going to give it to the AT-ST, which is quite cool, and then I'm going to give it to Mr. Produce, and then Groot. These are both very good figures, but Groot just has so much extra detailing and is from a very expensive set, so it is awesome to get him in a advent calendar. But that is my ranking for day 19. And now we are on to the 20. So let's see what we have for 20 in the Marvel calendar. Okay, I was expecting that, but that is, I don't know if that's a great gift because we don't consider gifts that go together, but this is the back for the Groot minifigure. So day 20 for Marvel gives us the back of the Christmas tree for Groot, which can attach to him like so. And if I'm being honest, I don't like it like that. I feel like the pieces should be the other way around because that's the back view, and that's awesome, but I don't know. Kind of looks a little weird from the front, but even so, we can't consider the Groot with this because it is a gift on its own, and as far as that goes, I don't think it's going to score too high because it is, it is 3 different leaf tree pieces, which is cool to get, I guess, but when you just look at it like this, it just looks like one big one with some studs, so I don't know. Not too hyped up about this gift, but let's see what City gives us. Okay, day 20 for City gives us, what do we have here? Come on, come on, come on. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. We have a fire pit with some marshmallows on sticks. So here we have the fire pit build for day 20 in the city calendar. Now it is very simple and very small, but it does have these marshmallows on sticks, which definitely do add to it. It would be cool with like minifigures holding these over it, so that is definitely a cool addition. But as far as a single gift goes, honestly, I actually kind of like this thing. Okay, day 20 for Harry Potter gives us... Oh, wow. We have a build... Oh, awesome. For the Burrow. So day 20 for Harry Potter gives us a micro build for the Burrow. I was actually kind of looking forward to this gift. And now that I have it in person, it is definitely simple, but it does represent the building well enough and is actually quite a cool gift. So maybe this will get first place for day 20. We will just have to see what Star Wars has. Okay, day 20 for Star Wars gives us... Oh my god. Yay. We get another micro Hoth cannon. Let's go. And lastly, for day 20, we have Star Wars with this Rebel Hoth turret. And the other one was also a Rebel Hoth turret, but you can obviously see the difference here. I don't think we're getting a Hoth Rebel soldier. I do think that I believe we're getting a Hoth Luke. So I guess that goes well enough with these. I don't know. I don't think they're that great. But let's do the ranking for day 20. So here we have all the gifts for day 20. Not the greatest day, but there are some standouts. This is definitely not one of them. This is getting last place for sure. This should have just been included with Groot. There's not that many pieces, and it's kind of just bad to be one gift, but that's my thoughts on it. Then I'm going to give it to the Rebel Hoth turret. It's just filler, let's be honest, not the greatest gift. Then I'm going to give it to this fire pit. I actually really like this. This goes well with the holiday themate. I love these bricks that they use. They're these little 1x1 pieces. I don't know exactly what they're called. They are fairly new, and the marshmallows on sticks are great to get. Then first place goes to the Burrow. I love the Burrow. I love the Weasleys, and I believe this is our first time getting a micro build of their house in a advent calendar, so this is quite cool to get, and it looks very accurate to it, I might add. So let's get on to day 21. We're getting up there. Okay, 21. Can you do some for me? That was terrible. Day 21. Here we are. Oh, okay. We have... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Does this actually... Okay, because I know this is a ship that's advertised on the box, as you can see there, but it doesn't look like you get all the pieces with this. So that's going to be really... I think we... Great. Okay, I don't think this is going to score that great. Guardians isn't doing too hot, if I'm being honest. So this is kind of what I was fearing. We have the beginning of this minifig ship for, I guess, Star-Lord as it's advertised. Yes, not the whole thing, just the beginning. So that is not going to be great for tomorrow, as it's not going to be great for today, because this is essentially an incomplete build. It's not even like Groot with the tree piece that goes on the back. This is just an incomplete build. So yikes, Guardians. Let's hope 21 in City has something better. What do we have? I guess it's something slightly better. We have a light post with some mistletoe on it, I guess. Damn. Okay. So day 21 in City gives us this very simple light with a bit of mistletoe, I believe. Definitely festive, but to get something like this 3 days from the calendar being finished is a little worrisome, in my opinion. But let's see and hope if Harry Potter has something better. So I'm looking at the Harry Potter figures off to the side here, and I think we might have all of them. We have like 6, I guess 7 if you want to include Slughorn, but maybe we have one left. I doubt it, but 21 regardless for Harry Potter gives us... Oh, okay. We got the spinner for the actual game. That's kind of cool to get. So day 21 for Harry Potter gives us a Hedwig on a plate, which is supposed to be the build, because all the gifts are supposed to have this plate for the game's sake. But because this is such a small gift, we do get the spinner with this, which has an awesome print going around it. It is on the gift box piece, as you can see. Now, does it spin well? That is the important question. Okay, that was awful. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. And then it lands on the... Okay. Honestly, probably the best gift for today, all things considered. And then lastly, for day 21, we have Star Wars, which hopefully gives us a figure or something. Just give us... Ooh, okay. We got a figure. We got Hoth Luke. This is actually really exciting for me because I didn't pick up the Micro Fighter 2 pack, so this is a brand new figure for me. So day 21 for the Star Wars calendar gives us an amazing gift. We have Hoth Luke. This is my first time getting this figure. I love this face print on the kind of snow mask. That is so great. The printing also is very good. I know a lot of the time the printing could be a little cheap, let's just say. But on the other side, it's also very good. We have another expression. You can also, as always, if I could get them off, take the goggles off and put them onto the lower part of the mask. It's actually quite a fitting gift because for Christmas I got a Hoth minifigure pack, so this will definitely go well with that. But overall, this is an amazing gift to get. So here we have all the gifts for day 21. Some disappointing gifts and some really good gifts, but last place definitely goes to Guardians. Once again, they're slipping. I'm scared for Guardians ranking in the end. They might actually get last place. I was expecting a lot better from the calendar. There is definitely a lot of good things, but this is an incomplete build, and there's really no justifying in that. Then I'm going to give it to the City Light Post. This probably would have been last place, but this is an incomplete build, and this isn't. And we have a little mistletoe there too, which is quite cool to get. Then I think I'm going to give it to the Harry Potter gift. That is a really, really cool print on that box. And Hedwig is always great to get, and that plate is cool to have in that color. And then first place definitely goes to the Hoth Luke minifigure. This is something that I was wanting for a long time. Didn't ever get the Hoth Microfighter 2-pack. Now I don't really need to, so that is definitely a bonus. But now let's get on to day 22. Okay, so I know we're getting some more disappointment today, but let's just see what the disappointment is. Yep. We have the rest of the ship. Awesome. Pull it out. There we go. Rest of the ship. Cool. Okay, so day 22 gives us these two little rocky pieces that go onto the build. Now, as a single gift, this isn't that great. I guess they're kind of cool looking, the twin cannons, but I'm not going to justify these. But let's add them, I guess, to this, as we know we have to, but shouldn't count. And even when this is complete, if I'm being entirely honest, it's cool, but it's not that cool. Especially two gifts cool. This is just definitely disappointing to me, at least. I feel like they could have done something better for a minifig fittable build. But yeah, that's what we get. Probably going to get last place, but we'll see what the other gifts have. Okay, and then day 22 for City gives us, what do we have here? Oh, okay. That's actually quite a cool gift. We have a pony and a hay bale. That is very, very cool. So here we have the gift for day 22 in the City calendar. Now, this is quite cool. The hay bale is whatever, kind of just a throwaway little gift there. Cool to get with the pony, but this pony piece is awesome. I believe this is the first time getting it in this color. This was originally introduced in a minifigure series. I believe it was Series 21. I could be wrong. Crazy how we're on Series 24 now, but definitely a cool piece to get. And it can almost be considered as a minifigure. It's close to being considered as one. Let's see if the other gifts actually have a minifigure, and if not, this likely will get first place. Okay, day 22 for Harry Potter gives us, what do we have? Oh, we have Gringotts with the dragon on top. Okay, so LEGO is giving us Gringotts, guys. We finally got Gringotts after all the years we got it. Psych. Maybe this is a hint that we will get an actual D2C one, but regardless, let's build this and take a look. So Harry Potter gives us quite a cool gift for day 22. We have a little bit of Gringotts with the, I forgot the dragon name, but it is the Protector Dragon in Gringotts. I really, really want this as like a $500-600 set. I will pay what price they want me to pay. That's how badly I want Gringotts. They could do a roller coaster in it. They could do so much, but we'll just have to wait to see. Maybe this year, and if not, hopefully next year. But this is an awesome gift for day 22. Let's see what Star Wars has. Okay, so lastly for day 22, we have Star Wars giving us, not a minifigure, but we have, oh, okay, we have, so this technically goes with yesterday's gift. That is a lot of pieces in there, but this is a little bit of the Hoth Wampa Cave where you can hang Luke upside down, so that's kind of cool, I guess. So day 22 for Star Wars gives us this mini build. I guess not that mini, but in the grand scale of things, mini build for the Hoth Wampa Cave. Now, we shouldn't compare gifts with each other or combine them, but let's just see what it looks like. Okay, that is actually quite cool. And in the end, I'm probably going to give some bonus points to which calendar feels the most complete. So maybe this will help Star Wars. But other than that, not terrible, but it's not the greatest. We do get some pretty big parts in there for a advent calendar build, though, which is definitely interesting. But let's get to the ranking. So day 22 for all the calendars gives us some mediocre gifts, but last place is definitely going to go to the Guardians gift. This is just sad to me. And then I think I'm going to give it to the Hoth Wampa Cave. That is cool to get, but it is very simple. Then I'm going to give it to the Gringotts build because I love Gringotts and I want Gringotts. And if this is the only Gringotts we get, I'm not content, but I guess I'll take it. And then first place goes to this little pony piece with the hay bale. I just love to see something like this in an advent calendar. But let's get on to day 23 and then day 24, and then we're done. Okay, so 2 gifts left for each day. I know we're missing Drax still, but I'm starting to think that'll be day 24. So let's see what day 23 gives us. Yeah, we don't get Drax. We get, oh my goodness, great. We get another build. I didn't know that this was going to continue, but we have another build for the ship of the last 2 days. We have like Santa's sleigh part of it, I guess, if that's what we want to consider it. Okay, so we have, I guess this could be considered like a really sick, modern, futuristic sci-fi Santa sleigh, but if that is what it is, we have the back of it with a little bit of a green bag representing some gifts, I imagine. That adds a little extra booster to the back. Now, this is definitely complete now because we only have 1 gift left, which is probably Drax. That's cool. It is cool to get, but like I said, this is considered 1 gift, and as far as that goes, not the greatest. Okay, so day 23 for City gives us... Oh, okay, so we actually got Santa's sleigh or something like that in today's gift. Okay, so day 23 for City gives us a little bit of Santa's sleigh. I imagine Santa will go there, and I just realized that the gift from yesterday, which City actually did it well, the multiple days equals 1 big kind of gift, they did it well because the pony piece is very, very good as just 1 gift in my opinion, but it does add to the sleigh that is quite cool. We can't consider it as 1 gift though, but as far as this goes, meh, pretty cool. And for 23 on Harry Potter, we get... Oh, okay. It's kind of cool. We get a micro build. I think this is our final micro build. I imagine tomorrow will be probably a minifigure. I don't know who, but we have Hogwarts. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. So bad news. Damn, Harry Potter. I looked through the calendar. We do not have Hogwarts Express. We just got a duplicate Harry. Great job, Lego. I guess it's not the biggest deal. I mean, it is a pretty big deal. I've been paying for this calendar to get all the gifts that are supposed to be in here, and when we get 2 of one thing, it's not the greatest. I believe this is the second time it's happened to me with Harry Potter calendar, but I guess getting a second Harry isn't the end of the world. Yikes! That is not the greatest way to closely end the advent calendars with Harry Potter, but let's hope Star Wars has something good. Okay, we have a build for a Gonk droid. So day 23 for Star Wars gives us a very festive gift, being a kind of Santa Gonk droid, which uses a lot of pieces, and I don't know, it definitely does get the point across. I do quite like this gift, but this is going to be weird for the ranking, but let's see what we can do with that. Okay, now, as far as all the gifts go for today, obviously we didn't get the gift we were supposed to, and no, I'm not going to give it first place because it's a minifigure. I'm not going to consider it, but I am going to consider, in my mind, what that build would look like. I'm probably going to build it eventually. Maybe I'll call, or however you do it, message Lego customer service and get a replacement. But I can tell that that build was quite cool, so we'll add that in the ranking. But last place, going to go to the Guardians gift once again. Then I'm going to give it to the Santa sleigh. Then I'll give it to the Harry Potter gift that we don't have. Then first place goes to the Gonk droid. Okay, so lastly, we're on the last day. Wow, finally. Day 24 gives us Drax. We all know it's going to be Drax, but let's just be shocked when it is. Drax! Let's go! So lastly, for the Guardians calendar, we get some Power Stones, which is cool to get. Goes with the Guardians theme because that is a crucial stone to the Guardians. And then we get the Drax Christmas minifigure with the Christmas sweater and the brand new face print because this is a new skin color they are using with Drax. We will probably see it continued in the Guardians 3 sets and beyond. But this is an awesome figure to get and is definitely a great way to finish off the, let's say, underwhelming Guardians calendar, but we're not going to say that yet. Okay, and then lastly for City Day 24, it gives us Santa. We all know we were going to get Santa. We always get him in the city calendars, but let's build him. So lastly for City, we have Santa. Now, it is cool to get him, but we usually always get him on day 24 for city calendar, so this isn't really anything surprising, but it is awesome to get, especially if this is your first time getting Santa. He's included with a carrot, his face print, if we can see it. Let me just take the beard off there. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Let's see what it looks like without it. Ugh, cursed Santa, but still awesome gift to get. Okay, so yesterday was quite sad for Harry Potter, but I have a feeling day 24 will kind of make up for it. And we have... Oh. Okay, I remember this now that I'm seeing it, but this is awesome. We have Deathly Hallows Neville Longbottom. So lastly for Harry Potter, we have a Neville Longbottom with Godric Gryffindor's sword. That is an awesome piece to get. And this is, I believe, the first time we're getting a Deathly Hallows figure. I could definitely be wrong on that. But the first time we're getting one in the new Harry Potter line. So this is definitely an awesome one to get. Interesting that it's Gift 24. This is certainly an iconic moment from Harry Potter. But I don't know. I would have expected something else for day 24. But regardless, I am not complaining. And Harry Potter definitely did very good this year. Minus day 23. But regardless, let's get into day 24 on Star Wars. Okay, and day 24, the last gift for all the calendars is, I know what it is, but it is R2-D2 in his C-3PO Christmas sweater. And then lastly for all the calendars, but lastly for Star Wars, we have R2-D2 in his Christmas sweater with C-3PO on the front. That looks absolutely awesome. We have the Rebel logo on the back. I was not expecting that. So this is utilizing the new double-sided print for the R2-D2 base, which was introduced this year, I believe. And it is cool that we're getting it used already on an advent calendar figure. But this is awesome to get and an awesome way to finish off the 2022 season for advent calendars. But let's do the ranking and then my final thoughts on all the calendars. So lastly, for the calendars, we have all the gifts for day 24. Now, this is actually going to be tricky for my ranking. Shockingly, last place I'm going to give to Santa just because this isn't anything special. We know what we're getting with this. We always get a Santa. Then... I know this is weird, but I think I'm going to have to give it to Neville Longbottom. I love this figure. I think it's absolutely awesome to get such an iconic outfit and moment for the character, but I just think these other two are slightly better. And second place, I'm going to give to R2-D2. I love the R2-D2, and I love that he has the double-sided printing. I was not expecting that, so that is definitely a bonus. But first place, which is, I think, the first time they're getting first place in a while, everything's falling over, we have Drax, the Destroyer, in his Christmas sweater with singing Baby Groot on the front, as well as some Infinity Stones, which you can use as his hairpiece because he is bald. But that is my ranking for today. What a great day. What a great day to finish off the Advent calendars. But now, if Neville would politely stand up, let's take a look at each Advent calendar individually with all the gifts placed on them. So here we have the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special Advent Calendar first. Very, very cool calendar. Some awesome minifigs. And it is cool to get all of the Guardians except Gamora in this calendar. Very fitting. And I want to give props to LEGO for going out of their way to do this. It just goes so well with the Holiday Special that was just released. Now, overall, with all the gifts considered, I do have to say I'm not as excited about this calendar as I thought I would be. I just find that the figures are awesome, but a lot of the builds are very subpar and aren't anything really too special. But that's kind of my whole thoughts on this. And when you have to look at is retail, this All of this right here is $60. So Canadian at least. So that is definitely pricey, and I would say that's not worth it. I did get this for $30, which is definitely worth it, and I'm happy to get it for that price. But overall, quite a cool calendar. Now, I am going to mention it in this one. We're going to go through the other 3 calendars all together, and I'm going to give 5 points to my personal favorite slash the one that feels the most complete slash just the best one. So it could be this, but I have a feeling it might not be. So let's take a look at the city calendar completed. So here we have everything included with the City Advent Calendar on the City Advent Calendar base. I love the base that they went with here. It definitely has some cool little prints where you can put the things kind of designated to them, like the Christmas tree on the little Christmas mat, as well as the train on the little track there. But overall, this feels definitely a lot more complete than the Guardians calendar, I'd say, and it is a little bit cheaper than that one at $50 Canadian retail, I believe. But this is quite a cool calendar. I don't normally get the City Advent calendars. I feel like the last one I got might have been like 4 or 5 years ago. But for getting this after such a long time of not having City Advent calendars, I do have to say this is quite cool overall. I just don't know if it is as good as the other calendars, but let's find out with the Harry Potter one. And then up next here we have the Harry Potter Advent Calendar, which honestly I am very surprised by. They really did a great job on this calendar this year, minus the little error I got, which isn't the biggest deal, I guess. It happens to the best of us, but this is a board game, so all of these pieces go together to make one big board game. I do want to just mention, though, that minifigure selection is amazing. Probably, I'd say, not probably, but the best minifigure selection of the Harry Potter calendars that we've gotten so far. I think we've have 3 or 4. This might be our 4th one. But the other side builds, honestly, I really like. I like the theming that they're all on these 2x4 plates, which, you know, makes all the builds feel pretty equal, except minus maybe this one. But the spinner's awesome. And how do we play this game here? So it reads, how to play the game. The first player to complete a sequence of 8 builds, 1 from each movie / 1 of each color, wins. To start the game, each player collects 3 builds. All remaining builds are placed in the center of the board. The 2 players take turns with the spinner. If they collect 1 build from the center, return 1 build to the center, steal 1 build from the other player. Okay, so it seems pretty self-explanatory. I didn't actually know that the base, like the colors of each of the base were supposed to represent the movie. That's actually quite cool that it makes this calendar even cooler to me. So I guess each one of those figures there is supposed to represent one of the movies. So we would have 1, then we got Monet Murphy. Yeah, that seems to work out pretty well. But yeah, what a great calendar. I have a feeling that this might get the extra 5 points. But let's see what Star Wars has, and then let's make our decision. And then lastly, for all of the calendars, here we have the Star Wars Advent Calendar, which, if I'm being honest, I wouldn't expect this one to have been the most complete, but this looks like it has the most going on here. We have so much stuff here across all of Star Wars, well, at least episodes 1 through 6, and some animation with the Bad Batch. I like that there is no sequel stuff. That is always, you know, a little bonus. This is definitely a very, very good advent calendar. I love everything about it. Last year's was a Mandalorian theme, so this kind of gets us back to the normal stuff. But what I love about this calendar is there really is something for everyone. We have a whole bunch of prequel stuff, and then bunch of original trilogy. The C-3PO and R2-D2 were awesome figures to get, and the Darth Vader is even better. So technically 3 exclusive holiday figures is a great bonus. And then the Luke is awesome to get for me. Battle Droid, whatever. Snowtrooper is cool to get, and the clone is awesome to get as well. I love all of these builds as well. Well, not all of them, some of them more than others, but overall, this is a very, very good Star Wars Advent Calendar. Granted, it is $10 more than other years, so we do have to factor that in, I guess. But overall, I am very, very pleased with the Star Wars Advent Calendar. So now, I guess let's decide which is going to get the extra 5 points and which is the winner with all the points added up. And just like that, we are done with the 2022 Advent calendars. Thank you guys so much for watching this long video. If you've gotten to this point, what an amazing year for Advent calendars, some amazing minifigures and builds, some lackluster things, which usually happens with the Advent calendars. But I think this year, especially the good outweighs the bad. We had the Guardians calendar, which was such a surprise. I loved that we got that. It just went really well with the holiday special that came out. Love the holiday special, by the way. City Advent calendar was, nothing really too crazy, fairly similar to other years, but still a great calendar. And then Star Wars and Harry Potter really shined this year, in my opinion. We had some awesome gifts throughout the 24 days in each, and I love how Harry Potter all comes together to make a board game, which I'm definitely going to play with my family probably later today now that I have all the gifts. But now for what you've all been waiting for, what you've watched an hour and a half or however long this video comes out to be in the end. You've watched it all. You've gotten to this point. Now for the ranking. Okay, so with 54 points in last place, we have... Which one is it going to be? It is Guardians of the Galaxy. I really like the Guardians calendar, but then when I put it all together, it seemed a little light. The figures are great, but the builds definitely are lackluster, especially, in my opinion, this ship that took 3 days to build. I just don't think it's that great. But overall, I am happy to have it. It is more expensive than other years too, which definitely holds it back. But the points don't lie. That's what it came to in the end. So it is getting 4th place with 54 points. And then in second to last place or third place with 57 points, we have... mouth drum roll. We have City with 57 points, like I just said. What a great calendar, but it isn't as good as the other two. The points don't lie. 57 points for City. There were some great things in the City calendar, but I find that City can't really do that much new. It's fairly similar year through year. We got Santa. I wasn't surprised we were getting Santa, and I imagine you weren't either. But the other figures were definitely very, very cool and had some funny names, and the builds were awesome as well. But second place, which once I tell you second place, you're going to know what first place is. Actually, I'm lying, because with first place, 65 points, and 65 points in second place, we have Harry Potter in Star Wars. So they are tied. Now, I did mention that I would give 5 extra points to my personal favorite calendar and the calendar that feels the most complete. And it was very, very tough to make my decision on this. I was kind of going back and forth, but I'm going to give the 5 extra points to the Harry Potter Advent calendar, because I just think it is so cool that it makes a board game, and it's also just so cool with all the minifigures we got. It just felt so complete. I loved how there was something from each movie. Like in the end, I found out that I guess 3 gifts go for each movie, which is absolutely awesome, and I just am really happy with that calendar. It just feels very much worth the price. But Star Wars is also very good. I don't want to take the light out of the Star Wars calendar, because I think they did an awesome job at the Star Wars team with the Star Wars calendar. I just think overall it is fairly close between the Harry Potter calendar and the Star Wars, but in the end, because it is just very complete and it does have a board game, I think I'm going to give it to Harry Potter. So in the end, first place was 70 points. We have Harry Potter. Second place was 65 points. We have Star Wars. Third place, we have City with 57 points. And last place, we have Marvel with 54 points. But now I leave the question to you. With all of the gifts in front of you, and you have seen all of the Advent calendars, which is your personal ranking? Which is your favorite? Which is your least favorite? Leave it in the comments below, and I will definitely take a look at all your rankings. But I just want to say thank you all so very much for watching this video. I filmed this across about a week. I started on Christmas, and it's coming out, I think, on the 2nd of January. But still, I am very happy with this video. It's my longest video I have done, and I'm just very grateful that you were watching, because you weren't hearing this unless you're watching, made it all the way to the end of this video. I am truly grateful. But now I'm going to get to more building. I have more reviews, more things to do for the channel. So stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And thank you all so much for watching. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I hope you have the greatest 2023. and I will see you in my next video. But until then, thank you all so much for watching, and bye, guys.